Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a collab with Kenzie from Kinda Krafty Kenzie. If you haven't seen her before, make sure that you do. Her video and channel will be linked down below. She is so sweet and she makes the most gorgeous DIYs and home decor projects, so make sure to check her out and show her some love. We are going to do a trash to treasure or thrift flip, and we're going to show you things that we've picked up from the thrift stores and we're going to flip them. So if that's something that you're interested, make sure to stay tuned. And if you're wondering why I'm not launching my fourth set of craft kits today, make sure to stay tuned later in the video and I will get into all those details later. But for now, let's go ahead and jump on into the video. For this one, I'm going to take this adorable pail that I found at Goodwill. I just thought this was really cute and the flowers and the dragonfly were raised. I just loved it. It was $3.49, so I'm going to start out by just giving the whole thing a good cleaning, wiping the inside out and the outside, and I'm going to go in with my Craft Smart paint in parchment. This is just kind of like an off-white yellowy kind of paint. I typically use Waverly chalk paint and plaster, but I have not been able to find Waverly chalk paint at my Walmart. They are like completely gone. Every single shade, every color. I don't know if my store is just sold out and it hasn't been restocked, but let me know if you guys have been able to find it at your Walmart, because I would be really sad if they got rid of it. So I'm just going to paint the entire thing in this color. I did do about 2 coats on it, and then I did go inside a little bit as well, so that if you happen to see inside, you wouldn't see that yellow shade. And then I wanted the dragonfly and the flowers to be more detailed, so that you could actually see them. So I'm going to take a chip brush and I'm going to take my Waverly Wax and Antique, and I'm just going to slightly dry brush all over that. And when I was doing this, I decided that I wanted everything to be dry brushed except for that top portion of the pail. So where that top little rim goes around and then you have the top portion. Hopefully that's making sense. I did not dry brush that section of the pail, and I just liked the difference between the two tones of the dry brush and then just the cream. I just thought it was really cute. And then to kind of separate those two layers a little bit more, I'm going to take some twine and wrap it around a couple of times, tie a double knot, and I did do multiple double knots to add a chunkier knot look to it. And then I'll cut off the excess twine, and I'm going to put some florals that I purchased from Michael's. I'm just going to place those in there and arrange them so the handle is up, and that's all you got to do for this one. If you guys are coming from Kenzie's channel, hey, my name's Liz. I love everything DIY and crafting on this channel. I would love it if you guys would subscribe to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys have enjoyed it so far, and let's jump into the next DIY. For this next one, I got this flower from Goodwill. It was $2.50. I'm sure it's probably like a garden stake. And then I picked up this long welcome sign from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start by removing all of the twine. And then I used some plaster from the Dollar Tree just to fill in those holes. I'm going to set that to the side to dry, and I'm just going to start painting my flower. So I started with white. I wanted to use this more of as a primer so that I went in with my color. It wouldn't take so many coats of my color to cover everything up. And then I'm going to go in with this yellow shade from Apple Barrel. You can pick this up at Walmart, and I want to say this is the sunset shade of yellow. I really love this. It's a good just mustardy kind of shade, and I did do about 2 coats of this on all of the petals. I left the middle portion white, and then I will go in with my Waverly chalk paint and truffle for the middle section there. Now I wanted to do some detailing and make everything, you know, not look super flat, add some dimension to my flower. So I'm going to take the maize colored Waverly chalk paint and I'm going to dry brush it starting from the petal and dragging it towards the middle. And I did this so that it would, like I said, give it some more dimension, make it not look so flat. And I love the way that this looks. I was looking at some sunflower pictures online and I noticed a lot of the outer petals were lighter and then it just got darker towards the middle. So that's where I was kind of going with this. And then I took some white paint on a really detailed brush and I just dragged that from the middle out in between each of those little petal lines. And I didn't want this to be too harsh, so I will go in with my paintbrush that had some of my darker yellow paint on it just to kind of blend that in a little bit more. And then on the middle there, I'm just taking the back of a brush and I'm dabbing it into my Waverly chalk paint in hazelnut and just adding little dots here and there. I didn't cover the entire thing. And then for the leaves and the stem, I'm taking my Waverly chalk paint and moss. Now I was debating on going through and adding some lighter green to kind of define those leaves, but once it all dried, I actually loved the way it looked just as it is. I don't know what it was. Normally I would go in and add some more detail to it, but I just love the way that this one turned out. So I'll just finish painting all of that, and then I'm going to go over to my welcome sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to grab that Craft Smart paint in plaster again, and I'm going to give this one coat. I didn't care if there was a little bit of that MDF showing through. I was doing it pretty messily, so it was just a messy coat of one coat of paint. And then I divided my sign into 3 sections, so I just measured 2 inches for each section and drew some lines with a pencil. And then to kind of define those lines a little bit more, I took my Waverly chalk paint in mineral and I just went over those lines with my paintbrush. And then I did end up sanding everything down afterwards as well, so that the lines and the distressing looked a little bit more blended in, not super harsh. And then I just took my chip brush and dry brushed the entire sign, just up and down the entire thing. Once that's done, I'm going to take these small round wooden pieces that I have. These are just leftover pieces from a laser machine, and I'm going to add these to the back of my flower so that I'm able to hot glue this down to the sign. I wasn't really able to do that without it because not every piece of the flower lies flat, so I just found where the pieces lie flat at, and so it'll be all level, and I just hot glued that down, and that's it for this one. So I am not launching my 4th set of summer craft kits today because this last week was absolutely insane. We ran into some issues that we didn't expect. So we are going to push back our release date for our 4th set of craft kits for next Sunday, May 30th. And I also switched around what I was planning to make, and I took a poll and you guys really wanted a watermelon theme. I've had so many emails and questions on if I was going to do a watermelon theme, so I listened to the people and I'm going to release a watermelon theme. Now originally it was going to be peaches, which I still absolutely love. If that's something that you still want, let me know in the comments down below, and it could be something that we release into June. Let me know if you think that that's too late. We wouldn't be able to do it any sooner, but if you still want a peach kit, June is a time that we could definitely do it. So let me know in the comments down below if you think that's too late for a peach kit, or if you'd still want to buy it even being released later in June. For our last one, this one is going to be super easy. You can find pieces like this all over any Goodwill or thrift store. This was $3.49. I did just take this piece out to my backyard and I spray painted it with some Rust-Oleum Ultra Matte spray paint in vintage teal. Then I'm going to take these bud vases that you can get from the Target dollar spot. It was $3, and I'm going to place all 3 of those vases inside this little crate. I don't know exactly what they're called, but you know, I'm going to call it a crate. I'm going to cut up some florals and put them down into my vases, and that's it for this DIY. I think this looks super, super cute. I love this teal color, and I just think this one is so much fun. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know which project was your favorite in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!